Hi, and welcome to NicheCraft. My name is Cassie, and I'm your host. And today we are going to be focusing on ourselves with our Wellness Wednesday segment. Usually I post these videos on Wednesday, and I aim to have one every single week. So I'm normally a yarn channel, and I have a lot of yarny content including reviews, mystery box unboxings. I hand dye my own yarn, and I also do crochet tutorials here. But we are also crafting ourselves every single day. So I like to share a Wellness Wednesday every week so that we can practice on crafting ourselves and helping us feel more healthy and more calm. All right. So for today's Wellness Wednesday, I really want to focus on symbols. And what's really interesting about symbols is that they are so powerful for us. And if you have ever had a dream that was particularly vivid, you might notice that the things that happen in dreams don't typically happen in real life. I mean, sometimes we can have dreams that are like real life, but for example, monsters don't chase us in real life, right? And monster is a symbol for maybe something that we're running away from, something that we don't want to face. And we might not be actually back in high school trying to remember the combination of our logger, but that's just a symbol for us knowing that we're forgetting to do something and that we need to remember what we need to do, or we need to kind of get back on track in our lives, you know, that kind of stuff. So if you know a lot about the unconscious mind, and if you've studied psychodynamics or psychology even, you probably have a working idea of what a lot of different kinds of symbols mean. In fact, you work with color, most likely, if you're part of my Yarny subscribers, and you know that certain colors have different effects on your mood and how you feel. And the same is true for symbols. And I want to show you a way that you can take something that maybe is bothering you or is weighing on your shoulders and use a symbol to kind of get rid of that so that you don't have to worry about it so much. And I'm talking about things that just keep coming up in your mind, mostly things that you don't have any control over. Like, for example, I might really care what other people say about me, okay? I might worry that people don't like me, and I'll look for validation in my comments, right? Or in my Etsy store reviews, right? But feeling like I'm worthwhile is something that I have to do myself. I can't control other people. So something that I might want to give up, if that's in my story, right, in my life or going on, I might write down on a piece of paper something like caring about what other people think, right? And then I find a way to symbolically get rid of it. So let me show you something that one of my friends, Nicole, over at Fibromyalgia Yarn Resin, which is a YouTube channel, I'll link it below, made for me. So this is a resin item she made. It's a coffin box. And it might seem like it doesn't really match my aesthetic much, but what an interesting symbol to have a box that's in the shape of a coffin, where I could write down little things that I want to get rid of, right? And put them inside that box and just close up the lid and maybe still even keep my coffin box on display, right? But it's like I know that I've buried it. I know that it's dead to me. It's no longer living inside of me. I've taken it out of me and I've put it in this box, you know? It doesn't even really have to be a coffin, but I'm a little bit dramatic sometimes, so, you know? But you don't necessarily have to have an object like that. You can also use nature. For example, I could do the same thing and say, caring what people think about me, and write it on a piece of paper and burn it. That way I'm destroying that thought, right? Or I'm releasing that thought with fire. Another way that you could do that is write the same thought that you want to get rid of on a beach when it's at low tide. And as the tide comes in, it'll just wash that away. It'll cleanse that from your mind. It'll erase it for you, or it will just take it out to sea. It's just not your concern anymore. So there's a lot of different ways that you can use both the nature and symbols, you know, and I personally find a lot of symbols in nature to help get off some of that extra stress that is really about things you can't control, you know, because it's one thing to worry about the things that you can control, right? Because that keeps us safe. That's part of surviving, right? But if it's something that you cannot control, it's like there's not really a point in wasting your energy on it if you can't control it. So why not try? Just try to do something symbolic with that. Okay, so here are some other ideas. I just want to give you as much as I can think of right now. You might want to you might want to bury it in your backyard, you know, write it down, then bury it in your backyard. You might want to take, you know, there's other ways that you can do that, which is different. You know, for example, one of my therapists once told me that, you know, I've got my monkey and then other people have their monkeys. And when I try to take care of other people's monkeys, it's not my monkey, right? And she said, what I should do is put a monkey like on the bathroom mirror so I can remember that. So just like the same way with symbols, you know, and it is a symbol really, when we put things in places where we can continuously be reinforced by it, then we can also find ways to kind of let go of certain behaviors that we might be doing, right? So that's another way of getting rid of you know, maybe unhealthy boundaries of not really knowing where you end and another person begins with wanting to help out so much. But again, you know, there are a lot of ways that you can symbolically bury something or put something to rest. And I just thought that sharing some of these techniques with you might help you have just a little bit better week if you decide to try them out. I really hope that you've enjoyed this week's Wellness Wednesday. You can expect another Wellness Wednesday next week on Wednesday. And just know that I'm going to go back to my yearning content and you can expect another video from me very soon. Thanks for watching to the end. I'll see you soon with another video. Bye for now.